Hello, and thank you for joining me on another episode of the Tech Exec podcast, where we triple your impact per engineer. As always, I'm your host, Aviv Ben-Yosef, advisor and consultant for tech execs worldwide. And our subject today is the pull principle. You don't know it because I made it up, and we'll get into it in a second. First, I want to thank you all for the nice comments about the 200th episode and about the new book. Really. I'm just waiting to see feedback from people who actually have the time to read the book. So once you do let me know. And again, check out capitalizing.tech to see the special prices, the coupons, etc. Now, let's talk about the pull principle. It's basically summer over here in Israel. We already had a few weekends where we had 40 degrees Celsius. And therefore, we thought it was prime time to get the pull out for the kids. Now, till now, when we used to have a pool in the yard, it's just, something inflatable, nice for them to pass an hour or so, nothing special. We brought it out, and then my kids started giving us this very clear explanation about the fact that now they've grown, and this inflatable pool will no longer do. They're too big for it. It is no longer as fun as it was for them a year ago or 2 years ago, and therefore we need to upgrade. And as you can expect, us being pushover parents, we went over, bought a new, bigger pool. Nothing too substantial, but still, a nice pool. And filled it up, took 2 hours, and now they've been ecstatic. They've been in that pool, I think, every day since we got it 2 weeks ago. And to me, this is something that I think we're unaware of a lot of times at work, and that is even when we're doing things correctly, even when everything seems to be going fine, when you're just doing the same thing you used to do before, it just might no longer work because things change. That pool was great, but it was great given the size of my kids a year ago. It no longer was great this year. And the same might happen, for example, if you consider your calendar. You might be used to having a specific sort of meetings, but all of a sudden, because your team grew over the past year, maybe those meetings are taking too much time. Or maybe you're trying to cram too much into those meetings, meaning you don't get everything that you need to because all of a sudden there are more attendees. Perhaps the structure you had in your organization made sense a year ago, but no longer does now, not because you did something wrong, but simply because things changed. Maybe business priorities changed. Maybe some of your key people have moved roles and no longer can support things that just used to work prior. Perhaps the way you've been deciding on objectives or on a roadmap used to be fine and work and provide enough clarity at the stage you guys were in a year ago, but no longer is right for what you're doing right now. Maybe now you have more clarity, maybe you have less clarity. Whatever it is, I have to stress the point that it is perfectly fine to realize that things change. You cannot use the same pool forever. And if you notice that and you accept the fact that it is fine, not everything has to be the right thing forever. And we say that about code all the time, right? We just need to see the same in our line of work. We need to find a way to accept that and to convey to others the fact that things sometimes have to change simply because that's how it works. We have to evolve. We have to try things. And we don't always have to wait till things become really painful. We are really having a hard time making decisions. People are really complaining about that. No. Sometimes you can be proactive and start changing, start evolving before it is too late, before I'm trying to jam 3 hippos in a small inflatable pool. You can be proactive, and there's nothing wrong about that. You're not just, I know so many managers who feel like if they want to change a process, if they want to change a meeting, it's like I'm going to be viewed as that manager with air quotes, that person who really wants to change things for the sake of changing things, to show everyone I'm the boss. But let go of that. If that's not your intention, then who cares what someone might think initially? If they see what you bring to the table, if you make a good case for whatever change you're making, which you need to do anyway, even if no one is pessimist or looking at things with that sort of wrong-colored lens, then things are going to be fine. And without this, you're going to go into stasis, and I don't think you want to do that. Okay, so I hope you're going to have fun in the pool this summer. That's all for this week. If you haven't yet, do check out my newsletter. It's the best newsletter online for tech executives. And also, do check out my new book, Capitalizing.Tech, for details, and my closed community for startup executives worldwide. We have over 100 people, and I'm going to start having some events in it now that my new book is out. So if you want to join, it's free. Just let me know. Link in the show notes. Thank you. Talk soon.